can't respond to events of this magnitude without a good, strong relationship between central government and local government and the private sector. Central government leads, private sector follows. But more importantly, the private sector will invest when they're confident about the commitment of government. So a big lesson here is when something major happens, we do need all those parties to play their part, but it's not about central government instructing or telling private sector what to do. It's about creating an environment within which private investors can be confident. The second one is property rights are really important. In our society we have to protect property rights on the one hand, but at the same time where necessary use the power of central government to acquire properties or consolidate. I think the third thing is trust the people, actually. In the early days there were lots of challenges in interpersonal relationships. Most people, most of the time, make really good decisions. Most people, most of the time, just want to do the same things, look after their family, look after their business and have a good future. So our task has been to try and enable that to happen without being too difficult, without using the big stick. Not just businesses, but also people who come back into town and live. Whilst the blueprint is not without its critics, I think the evidence is that with over 600 new dwellings built inside the 4 avenues, with substantial interest in residential apartments in the city, that people do want to live here. The blueprint, of course, makes for a more compact city. Of course, demolishing over 1,000 structures in town meant that there's going to be a rebuilt new city, pretty much. And the anchor projects themselves have provided good opportunities for new and exciting developments in town, not least of which are retail. To an extent, the anchor projects were always intended to catalyse private sector investments, and in the city today there are almost as many cafes and restaurants as there were before the earthquakes, but a much greater variety of opportunities, and we've still got a long way to go yet. So the innovation precinct, the retail precinct, bringing it together in a coherent way, I think has created quite an exciting future.